Hello everyone, welcome to this replay. This is Alec Herzog here, and I am going to be commentating a game this time between Andrew, the orange zerg up here in the north, and down at the south, everyone's favorite lovable Indian, James, playing as the white Terran. Alright, so right now, my mouth kind of feels like the Sahara Desert, so I might be taking a few short breaks to get a sip of water here and there. But other than that, this will be a game on... I'm not sure I know this map, actually. I don't know the name of it, but it looks like there's a few bridges, kind of narrow, a lot less wide than it is tall, so probably not going to be seeing a rush kind of game here. But we'll see. Just some standard droning SCV building up, not really too much to say about the beginning of the game. This is interesting though because it is my first game that I will be commentating as that has a zerg in it. So haven't commentated that before, and this will be my first game doing that. Looks like Andrew is getting down his extractor. Just do the extractor trick. Alright, so it's always a good idea. As zerg, when you hit the cap and you start building your overlord, you can use one drone to build an extractor, and that way you can get out another drone and start building it before your overlord spawns. It's a good idea. Helps your economy boost in the early game. Not by too much, but it's definitely not going to hurt you. And you get all the minerals back when you cancel it, so it's a good idea. Getting down the 11 supply, putting down a spawning pool. So that's pretty standard timing. And James is already starting his barracks. He's at 10. He has not started a supply depot. Wait, yeah, he has to have started a supply depot. I didn't even think that you could build a barracks before you could build before you built a supply depot, so that's kind of interesting. Going for a refinery now. So he's going for a refinery and a barracks before even getting down a supply depot. He's going to be supply capped for a very long time. I'm not sure if he realizes this. Andrew's overlord doing some scouting. Going to find out where James is in just a minute. Spawning pool going down. Real extractor is now down. And he's still just droning up. He's at 13 supply with a decent amount of minerals, but as zerg at this point in the game, not too much you can do about that. James, on the other hand, really needs to get this supply depot down. Very long time being supply blocked. Any kind of attack from Andrew here will be able to end the game if he went for some sort of rush, because James can't even get out any units right now since he's been supply blocked for so long. Just now, getting his 11th SCV. And James saying, please stop. And Andrew saying, okay, and leaving. He is very sorry, obviously, as you can see. James, the idle worker, yeah, saying that he rushed with his overlord. Obviously, that's a joke, because one of our less lovable Indian friends likes to tell everyone to stop rushing when they rush him. Two zerglings out here now for Andrew. No other additional tech. He has a lot of minerals. He should either go and take his natural or put down another macro hatchery in his base. But he, yeah, sitting at 700 minerals. Looks like he will be moving out down here, probably going to take this expansion. James queuing up a crapload of marines. Should be building another barracks or maybe a factory instead. Still idle workers, not building any SCVs. Needs to stay on top of his macro here. And he is going to be getting the hatchery, and very smart. As he's getting down his base, he's going out to attack. So put the pressure on the enemy as you're getting your base down. That way they won't have anything to counterattack you with while you're getting down the hatchery. Building another hatchery and a hydralisk den. So he's getting two hatcheries at the same time right here. One in his expansion, and he just lost all those units. I'm not sure if he killed anything with that. He must have killed at least one. James being a jerk here and saying that, oh no, never mind, he's just giving him a compliment. And Andrew is saying thank you. So that's some friendly talk here and there. Always nice to have a friendly atmosphere while you're playing Starcraft. Always makes it more fun. James gets his engineering bay down, but not getting any upgrades from it. Still not building any SCVs. Looks like there's another part of this rush here. God, James, you could have microed that. If you would have lost that, I would have been very mad at you. He did get his factory down. He's queuing up a lot of units. He's got an engineering bay, so he's not actually doing too bad here. He's got got guys coming out of the barracks. He just needs to keep building on the factory and get some upgrades from the engineering base, so it's not a waste. Andrew needs to transfer some workers. It looks like no, he's not transferring any. He should transfer some workers from his main down to his expansion, and he stopped droning up really quickly. This is not nearly enough drones for him to stay saturated at this base, but he can really afford to do so since James did the same exact thing, so it won't be hurting him this game, but in the future, probably get more drones before you start massing up an army. He did get out a wave of drones here, so I can't say that he's not looking at it at all. This extractor is kind of far away from the space. I wonder if you could put 4 guys on it, just on this map or something. Going for hydralisks here. Hydralisks are pretty decent versus Marines. They have twice the health, obviously, and I think they do twice the damage. No, they do 10 instead of 10, not 12, which would be twice. Not getting the speed. So yeah, he didn't get the speed upgrade for these hydralisks, which is really not good because they are extremely slow otherwise, especially with the zerglings so quick. Yeah, you can just see here, just incredibly slow. He's burrowing outside the base. Probably should have just taken what he has and gone in for a small push there. He has some idle workers, just needs to get on top of that. Only has 2 guys mining at this natural. Didn't get the gas. He could use the gas because Zerg is very gas heavy, especially if you're going to go for any mutalisk play or even just mass hydralisks. And yeah, he is going mutalisk, so he should be getting this extractor down sometime soon and making these workers actually mine. And not sure what I missed there. It wasn't a push out. It must have been an attempt at an expansion that was denied by Andrew. Andrew, he likes to go for that burrow tech whenever he's playing as Zerg. He always tries to get down burrow pretty quick because it can really catch people off guard. And they're not ready for it, and having a nice 8 hydralisks burrowed underground is always not a very pleasant surprise when you're playing as Terran and you just run over them. What's he getting down here? Still a Spire. It's a little bit more than halfway done. But then again, James is going for a lot of Marines, so mutalisks will really only be helpful if he's going in for some harassment. He is getting the armor upgrade before the attack upgrade. Get the attack upgrade first, James. I don't know what you're doing. Heard some attacking. Oh, just trying to shoot down this Overlord. Andrew doesn't have Overlord speed yet, so it's quite vulnerable to attack. Spire is just about done here. Maybe you should be getting down a Queen's Nest. Try to go for the next level. James does not have a comsat. He does not see those burrowed units there. He should be getting a comsat station. That's always something you should get as Terran. He has some idle workers, but then again, he always does, so there's nothing really surprising about that. This Vulture here does 20 damage per shot, so that two shots these drones, which is very effective if you're trying to do some worker harassment. But not nearly as effective, obviously, as what's coming out of here. No, that's an Overlord. That's also an Overlord. He's making 3 Overlords. I meant to click on one and see it be a Mutalisk, because those are very good for harassment. And he needs to unburrow all his units, yeah, but he definitely... no chance there for James, even with his +1 armor just finished. Andrew should be getting down an Evolution Chamber, should probably go for some upgrades. It's always good around mid-game to get some upgrades. He did supply block himself, that's why he was going for so many Overlords. He does have all his guys working down here, but as you can see, he has twice the minerals as he does gas, so he should be getting this extractor down. Maybe another hatchery, because he's sitting on a lot of minerals. I'm not sure if he's like focusing on an attack of some sort or anything, because he's not building. He's just going for Mass Hydra. Mass Hydra is really hard for a Terran player to beat with just plain Marines. So it is good that he's getting out the siege tank. He probably already has siege mode for it, but yeah, there it goes. He needs to get down Comsat or go for science vessels, because when these hydralisks are burrowed all around the map, you really just don't know what to do against that if you have no detection, because you can't see them, obviously. It's very difficult to play against a Zerg that burrows all the time. Siege tanks do a massive amount of damage versus hydralisks. If you get the +2 vehicle damage, your siege tanks will one-shot any Hydralisk, so that's always helpful if you're playing against Zerg. You want to get down the armory and get the upgrades there. He is going for attack now. Just started. It must have been just started right as I clicked that because it does not even have 1 bar yet. Its Hydralisks have 3 kills each, so pretty effective here. He needs to send the rest of his army down to go reinforce. Does have some Mutalisks. Mutalisks do 9 damage, so that is more than a Marine, but that's still not very much damage, and they don't have any armor, so, and as you can see, 120 health. So if you have 10 Marines, it'll only take 2 volleys for them to shoot down a Mutalisk. They're pretty weak units overall. Really fast, though, so it's good for harassment. He has a lot of minerals still. He maybe should expand if he's ballsy enough. He could probably take James's expansion without even worrying about it. James doesn't really have too much. He does have missile turrets going down, which is pretty smart. Not sure if he saw the Spire or any Mutalisks or anything, so these are kind of like preemptive missile turrets, but it's definitely a good idea. And the siege tanks, too. He's keeping up on his macro pretty well. Just finished his starport, so maybe we'll be seeing some science vessels. And this looks like the Overlord will be taken out, but it did provide some scouting, so now he knows that there are missile turrets at the front of the base, but none down here at the back, so Andrew really could bring his Mutalisks around on the left and take out some of these workers like this one that's just sitting there not actually working. James saying screw your Overlord as he shoots it down with these long bolt missiles. Yep. Now he knows there's siege tanks too, so he has scouted all that he needs to. Let's see. Maybe there will be a screw your Hydralisk too. He's not getting anything really right now. He's kind of slacking at his macro. Because he supply blocked himself and he's not actually building any supply depots. He has been stuck on one base for a while. Hasn't been able to get anything. Yeah, lurkers going down here. Not sure why he'd be going for lurkers right now. He did see there were missile turrets, so lurkers are not really going to be there that effective unless you're going to be going for some sort of defense. Since the missile turrets are down, they will be able to detect the lurkers and won't be able to get much damage off. So maybe he'll just put these here, but I'm pretty sure James knows that that there's a small army right outside his base at this point, since there's been a few units coming down every once in a while. Just heard some unburrowing noises. Oh, he's making more lurkers. Yeah, lurkers probably not the smartest idea against so many missile turrets and siege tanks. Getting his supply depot down so he's not supply blocked anymore. He has 1,000 minerals. But then again, Andrew has almost 2,000. So James's macro is not any better than Andrew's right now, but Andrew does have multiple bases. Andrew really could just go and attack right now. I mean, there's not too much down here. Just use the Hydralisk to pick off the missile turrets, bring in the Mutalisks. Like I was saying before, probably get a Queen's Nest down, go for a Hive, make this into a Greater Spire, because there's not really too much James could do against Guardians right now if they came out. And massing up some Wraiths. He does see that that there are missile turrets on all sides. There's enough room over here to bring them out, though. And now he has revealed his lurkers to James, who sent a quarter of his army to go attack. Probably not the best idea. Sending in these Mutalisks as like a suicide. I'm not really sure what that was all about. Only a couple Marines here and one missile turret able to take out every single Mutalisk. So that was not very cost effective. And yeah, like I was saying, these lurkers able to be taken out because they're within they're not within view because he did take out this one missile turret here. Wow, James, he even had a comset station and didn't use it. Would have been very helpful. Yeah, James, use your comset before all your tanks die. That would be a good idea. Or not. Okay, there. Why did he unburrow? I have no idea. But, he didn't unburrow all of his units when he went to attack, which I'm not really sure why. Maybe he left these here just to, deny any counterattack that James might be putting up. He does have a Wraith out, but there are plenty of Hydralisks, and as I'm sure, yeah, there's some Mutas coming out too for Andrew. So these Wraiths will really not be a problem. No control tower, so there's no threat of any cloaking, and these lurkers just taking out these siege tanks easily. Yeah, even took out that last one there. Not really sure. Yeah, James is pretty much dead for this.